Hello everybody, hopefully the sound works. Welcome to the next part 2 of hopefully many for Arcadia Fallen 2. We started yesterday, once I got back from my vacation, because the game released while I was out. But we started yesterday with prologue and chapter 1, and so far we learned that we have two best friends, Nina and pink-haired dude whose name I forget because he was that memorable. And Nina is our roommate, and we're going to graduate this year, and we really need to pass or we won't be able to go to the cities we want to. We also know that it is 7 years after the events of Arcadia Fallen 1, when we were the alchemist in that. And we fell asleep in class, and then I didn't remember which phase of the moon is which, so we got detention, and we were sent to clean the illusionist closet. Oh yes, we're a mender, so a healer kind of mage. And there in detention were these two guys, or people, I don't actually know their gender. So this person green over here on the blonde person in green on the right, their name is Kim. I think they were actually like a small kid in the other game. I think we encountered them. They are an herbology mage. And then this person with short brown hair and a blue shirt in the upper left, whose name is Pook, who is a tinker. And, we were set to clean together. And basically Kim had bloody hands and accidentally touched some sort of bookcase, and that teleported us into a lair of a critter called Ragnar, who claims to be the last dragon, and that this is their hoard, and it's like a room full of junk, and all the things that had been gone missing around the school, apparently they've been stealing, because they can get anywhere whenever. And they offered us a deal after some argument about retrieving some item of theirs that is missing in exchange for us going into our teacher's office and stealing the test that we're about to have tomorrow. Because Pook wanted to get the test. And we decided we're going to think about it because neither Kim nor our character really wanted to cheat. And we went and talked to each of them. We learned that Kim is a spirit mage, and really most other students don't like them or trust them because the whole country is kind of iffy on mages at all, and spirit mages especially. And Pook is building like a flying ship, and therefore spends all of their time and energy on that, which is why they are not studying or anything. We went back to talk to Ragnar. Before we were making any decisions, we kind of had to hide because the headmaster and the teacher walked in, where we found out that they're making the test extra terrible this year because they need more students to fail, because the politics in the country is pretty terrible and basically everybody doesn't like mages. So they're like, okay, our teachers are selling us out and this sucks, I guess we have to cheat. So they go using Ragnar's magic to the teacher's office, and they definitely switch out the normal test instead of the terrible extra bad one. At which point Kim and our character decide not to cheat, although that was an option for us. Since now it's going to be a normal difficulty test, they're going to try to do it on their own. Pook looks at the answers. And then we leave, and it was the start of chapter 2, and that's kind of where we ended yesterday. So today we get to see what else is going on. We also met this tall, dark, and handsome dude, whose name is Elias. We met him for 3 seconds. He's apparently the most wanted human on campus, or humanoid, I don't even know. But we did not get a chance to interact with him very much, although we did blush a lot and flirt because I decided that's going to be our, hopefully, romance option. Don't know who this other person is in the upper right with the brown hair or the lady with the blue to purple hair, because we have not met them yet. But I Sure we will. So let's get started and let's see what we will have happen. Okay, so this is our save. So that was our character with the greenish hair. This is the start of chapter 2. You wake up the next morning. It's the day of Tonquist's test. Tonquist is the teacher. The thin rays of the sun warm your face and you breathe in deep, feeling the soft covers under your fingers. You take this moment of calm before the day starts to process the emotions rolling around in your stomach. How do you feel? How do I feel? Let's see. I'm proud of what I accomplished. Our actions will help both ourselves and our classmates. Nervous about what's to come. I hope we don't get caught. Can't wait to see the look on Tornquist's face when she realizes everyone's gonna pass. I'm still angry that the teachers tried to set us up like this. I think I am happy, because I like the justice of it. Your chest swells with a warm feeling of accomplishment. Your classmates will get a fair shot at proving themselves today, and it's all thanks to you. You curl and stretch in satisfaction under your covers before you finally sit up with a smile. It feels good to be a hero.
Morning.
That's our roommate, Nina. You look like you slept well. Ready for today's test? It's midterms. Let's see. I'm ready. It's that obvious. I'm feeling prepared. Let's be determined.
I'll do it.
I'm ready for this. I'm going to ace this test for sure. Nina just laughs at us. That's a relief to hear. Best of luck today. I think Nina took this class the previous year. Nina sighs and looks out the window, hands tightening in her lap the way they always do when she's about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Nina? You look a bit tense.
Hey!
Do you think I'm a mother hen?
Huh?
That seems like quite a random question to spring on me. What brought this on? This is so stupid, but I just can't get it out of my mind. Last night, Soren, that's the other guy's name, and I ate dinner together. I should have known better, but I decided to ask about his studies. He swerved the question, and I ended up nagging him, and then he laughed and called me a mother hen before leaving. Why do I keep doing that? Because you care? Why can't I just hold a normal conversation without defaulting to something stupid? Yeah, because you care. Because you care about others? You want to know that we're doing well. Soren knows that too. No way. I'm sure he just finds me terribly annoying by now. I'd be annoyed by me. I just don't want to be the group nag, you know? I don't want Soren to think I'm just some annoying... Ooh. How come you're only worried about this now? The little double act you two have going isn't exactly new. Nina stares at you, her hands clenching at her sides. Double act? I have no idea what you're talking about. We're a trio, remember? You're being weird. I blame that test. Best of luck with it, pal. And with that, she leaves the room, her cheeks glowing bright enough to light her way. Well, okay then. I guess the two of them got the hots.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Think I'm gonna puke.
I'm not ready.
Please do it after the test. I don't want to get distracted.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I have to add all the cats I see, I think. Child tests my ass. We all know these count just as much as the finals. Yeah, it's midterms.
Everyone is seated and ready? Very well. The test can begin.
The tension is thick in Tornquist's classroom, with everyone nervously looking through the questions before a relieved sigh passes through the room. You look at the questions presented to you with an equal sense of relief. You succeeded in your mission. Now all that's left is to take the test. The questions are difficult but fair. You answer them to the best of your abilities, and while you're sure you're not going to get a perfect grade, you know you did the best without cheating. Okay, there are no cats in this room, right? just want to make sure I click on all the cats. You hand in your test, and Torquist gives you a nod before you flee the classroom. Is that the same cat? Yes. Soren. It's over! That was a lot less brutal than I'd feared. Guess Torquist is not completely heartless after all, huh? I'm just so glad it's finally over. For now, at least. Still got the actual exams to look forward to in the spring. Best not to think about that. We should go tell Nina the good news. You coming? From the corner of your eye, you see Kim and Puck hanging back. You go in and tell her. I wouldn't take that moment from you. What's that supposed to mean? Fine. I'll see you later then. That's one much fairer test in the bag. I actually think I have a chance of passing now. I'm so relieved. You feel something crawl up your back until a familiar reptilian shape settles on your shoulder. Now, good to see you're all in such high spirits. Seems like you're ready to help me out then. Oh, hi Ragnar. Good to see you. Likewise. I really don't think you should have such a casual reaction to this. Guess Pow's already used to being the lizard's climbing frame. Where did you even come from? I can get anywhere in the school, remember? Maybe we should take this somewhere else then, before we draw attention to ourselves. Good idea. Lead on, human. Just be diplomatic. Fine, let's get going then. To my secret lair. Okay, no cats here, right? Okay, I don't see cats. Okay, lizard, what is it you want from us? Children these days. I've already told you, I need you to find an item that has been lost from my hoard. Luckily for you, I already know where it is located. You merely have to go and pick it up. Because he has tiny arms. Huh? Didn't you say you could go anywhere on campus? Why haven't you picked it up yourself? Well, just so happens that this particular item has been placed into the library's restricted section. That is not gonna work. What? The restricted section. It's the most well-guarded area of the school. I've heard the headmaster has a demon chained up in there that devours your soul if you don't have permission to be there. I'm sure that's just a rumor, Kim. How would you know? Have you ever been inside? Headmaster most likely made up that rumor so that students would stay away. If you say so. Guard demon or no guard demon, it doesn't change the fact that if we're caught trying to break into the vaults during all the school's banned research, they're going to demote us to dropouts and haul our asses to the productivity facility. But you promised. I did not. Pow did. And as far as I remember, she didn't sign a contract. But... let's just take a moment to calm down here. We've made Ragnar a promise book. Remember? Why the change of heart? I don't appreciate it when the conditions of a deal suddenly change. Our mysterious friend here is clearly not telling the whole story. You say you lost a trinket, but the restricted section doesn't contain trinkets now, does it? Only dangerous books go in there, texts and journals on forbidden magic. I can't help but wonder what a dragon would want with that. Sounds a lot more like a demon ploy. I already told you, Book, he's not. You could be wrong. Just how many demons have you encountered in real life? That's, why would you need a book that has been banned, if not for some nefarious purpose? Because it was written by my father, okay? Well, not my real father, but... It's okay, Ragnar. Take your time. Ragnar looks around at you all hesitant. Finally, he sighs. It's a long story. I swear I'm a dragon, possibly the last one. Went extinct long before humans formed this empire, but somehow I never hatched and I survived as an egg. I was found by a mage studying the world's history in this very school, an archivist. He brought me here and I hatched into this world. He raised me here in secret, and together we worked on discovering what had happened to my people. I was happy here. He told me he believed there might be more of my kind out there, and that together we could find them. But we never had the chance to find those answers. One day the knights showed up and all the archivists were taken away. The cleansing. He told me he would return, but he never did. All the archivist's research was transferred to the restricted section after that, including my father's diary. That's what I want from the library. I want to figure out what he was working on before he was taken. Maybe he learned something about the other dragon's whereabouts. I don't want to be alone here anymore, just waiting. Well, now I do feel like a total ass. Okay, good, Puck, because you are, in fact, a total ass. Defo a total ass. 45 cola. Anyway. You were being cautious, though you could have been more polite about it. Right. Guess it would ruin my reputation if I backed out of a deal, even if it was just a verbal one. So does that mean you gotta ask T'Pau about that? You made the deal with her, remember? Ragnar looks at you. Okay. Let's go beat up a demon and get the diary back. How about we skip that first part? What's the point of an adventure if there isn't a little demon fight in there somewhere? Yeah, humans really are something. Whether they're demons or just dusty books waiting for us, it won't matter unless we can get through the restricted section's door. For that, we'll need a key. And there are many such keys on the school grounds. Every teacher carries one, as do the student prefects. You'll just have to get a bit creative.
So, my blood told you I'm an archivist?
Your blood opened the door. It's the simplest test.
Okay, my grandmother's calling, so we're gonna pause. One moment. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my 94-year-old grandmother has fallen and broken her hip, and she's in a rehab hospital. And anyway, when she calls, I get to pick up. Sorry about that. But this escape menu does give us the opportunity to look at the cats. So there's apparently a whole... Oh, and it tells us where they are. Seat of power, books, looking for his missing collar, cafeteria, water, singing. Okay, well, we will collect the cats, but let's go back to where we were.
The world. One or both of your parents must have shared the blood of the one who made the doorway here.
I see. I wonder if my brother knew about that. I should write him.
Okay. Let's snooze the ad. So we can go back to the dorm, which is the greenhouse where Kim is, workshop where Pook is, Ragnar's lair. I don't know what's in the dining hall. Let's see what's on the other floors. Dorm, library, infirmary, classroom, showroom. Okay. Let's check out the library because there's a person there to meet. The library is fairly quiet this afternoon. A group of illusionist students is chatting quietly somewhere above you. The door leading to the restricted section is tucked away near the stairs. It looks deceptively easy to open, but you know very well that without a key it won't budge.
Yeah. So, what are we doing today, kid? Scouting out the target before the big eyes.
I'm just taking a look around. There might be something useful to learn, but it's going to be difficult with other people around.
True. People can be so nosy.
You hear the sound of scraping chairs as most of the illusionist students get up to leave.
We'd better get to vocal practice. Hannah, won't you be joining us?
I'm sorry, everyone, but I'm still working on my paper for the Botany Basics course. It's not quite ready for hand-in yet.
I see. If that flower course means so much to you, then there's nothing to be done about it. I feel like I have to remind you, though. Evening rehearsals may be voluntary, but skipping them will put you behind.
I know that. I'll be sure to join next time for sure.
Whatever. If you're actually intent on becoming a singer in Mordressa, you've got to start taking this a bit more seriously.
That's...
Wow. She's, really laying into it. Student fighting can be really scary, but what's this? You're seeing the same thing I am, right? That tiny pushover's a prefect.
Maybe we should do something to help.
If you're willing to jump into the hornet's nest, then go be my guest. I'll be, tucked away, though.
Excuse me? The group shifts as you step into the circle, maintaining an easy smile while lying through your teeth. Sorry to interrupt, but I need the prefect's help for something.
My help?
What could be important enough for you to barge in on a private conversation like this?
You weren't really being very private. With the way you were screeching, I'd be surprised if the entire library hadn't heard you by now.
Screeching?
Her ears flush red as she glances around and notices that the scene is, in fact, drawing a lot of attention.
Whatever. It seems like our dear Hannah really has her hands full. We'll leave you to it then.
She gives you a scathing glare as she pushes past you, the other illusionist students following like ducklings behind her.
Sorry about that. These study sessions of ours tend to get a bit, intense. So, what is it you needed my help with? You said it was urgent?
Oh no, I lied. I do need your help, but it's not urgent at all. It just seemed to me like you needed a way out of that whole situation.
Oh, is it? Did I really look that pathetic? I appreciate you wanting to help, but it's really fine. I can take care of myself. Now, about those questions.
Do your classmates always talk to you like that?
Oh, well, it might seem harsh, but they're not wrong. The illusionist track is very competitive. People spend their entire lives perfecting spellcasting using a single catalyst. If you're not willing to put in the work, you might as well just give up.
There's supposed to be a cat somewhere in the library. Oh, wait, there's a cat. I just saw it. It's just... There we go. 2 cats even. What's this nature paper you're working on? It sounded like it was giving you a lot of trouble.
You can say that again. I need a good grade for this Botany Basics class. Professor Hyben has kindly allowed me the opportunity to rewrite it after I didn't do well the first time. But I struggle to grasp what it is he wants from me.
Struggle how?
Well, you see,
Oh, this is a very well-written assignment, Hannah. I have students who have been studying under me for years, who are yet to reach the level of understanding you present here in a mere elective course.
Thank you, Professor.
It demonstrates an organized approach, a good trait for a botanist, but I'm afraid I still find it lacking something.
Well, she's not a botanist.
Pardon?
Yes, it is almost too perfect in that sense. All neat and ordered. There's no life to it, no spark.
Oh, he's that kind of person. Okay, just glancing around for a cat. I don't think there is one, but who knows?
I'm afraid I won't be able to give it full marks.
What? But I'm certain it follows the curriculum. I made sure that...
Yes, the curriculum. I've always seen that more as a guideline, really. How are we to learn if we never stray off the beaten path a little? Why don't you try to give the essay another go? And this time, free yourself from the chains of the curriculum. Allow yourself to be creative and free, like a sparrow taking off into the wind. I'm sure if you grasp this, the skill will be most beneficial to your musical endeavors, too.
Right. Sure.
Huh.
So here I am, slowly losing my mind over how to find that spark.
Sorry. I didn't mean to go on a rant.
Isn't this just an elective class? If you want to be a great illusionist, then why does it matter?
Because it still counts toward my overall grade. If I want my dream to come true, I can't just be an A level. I have to be the best in my class. And my classmates are all very talented.
It does sound really troublesome. It's understandable if you're feeling frustrated.
Thank you. But no use moping around just because of a slight hurdle like this. I'll just give it my all on this next essay.
She needs Kim to help.
I'll get the grade I want. For sure.
You know a lot about this library.
Well, yeah. As a prefect, it is one of my duties to be able to assist the library staff with showing students around the premises. Are you looking for something specific?
I'm looking for something that's been archived in the restricted section. Can you help me get in there?
Huh?
That was way too direct.
That's... no. I cannot. I'm terribly sorry. I know we prefects have access to the restricted section, but I can't just take a student there without permission from one of the professors. And I don't think any of them have ever actually agreed to do such a thing.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help. It was nice talking to you.
Well, at least we met her.
I think she might be our best option, even if she isn't willing to help us just yet. Perhaps we can find a way to convince her to help us by helping her with her assignment. Unless, of course, you want to take the easy route and just borrow the key from her. If you distract her, I'm fairly sure I can get the key without her noticing a thing.
Yeah, but now that we asked about it, she'll know it was us.
Just food for thought.
Okay. Let's go see Kim at the greenhouse. You enter the greenhouse and find Kim peering at a large plant, his expression thoughtful.
That's odd.
I don't understand this. I've tried all my usual spells. You seem healthy, but then why the attitude? Is that the plant that ate the tie? What are you working on, Kim? This doesn't look like one of the greenhouse's normal inhabitants.
Oh, you're back.
You're right. This is a rather unusual specimen.
Come to think of it,
Professor Hyben told me the snapdragon was looking sullen and tasked me with taking care of it. So far, I've got no idea what's wrong. Except maybe for it adding silk ties to its diet. Yeah, it is the one that ate the tie.
I see.
Seems like the professor trusts you a great deal. Right, and I appreciate it. I just can't help but wonder if it's wise to put such a rare plant in the hands of a mere student. He always did have strange ideas.
huh?
Okay, I guess I'll just have to try something and see what reaction I get. How about this? Kim casts a spell and the plant immediately perks up. It then opens its maw to reveal a row of fang-like thorns. Nope. Wrong spell. You grab Kim by the back of the sweater and yank him down below the table with you.
Why, though?
This really should not be possible. The snapdragon is not a carnivorous plant. You both flinch when the plant crashes into the table, the wood above you creaking ominously.
Maybe later.
Oh, I see a cat. I get that this is clearly fascinating research material, but perhaps we can save the observation until after we're safe. Oh, right. You're right. Let's see.
Actually...
Oh, I've got it. Kim casts another spell. A branch snaps off the plant's stem, and the snapdragon immediately calms down, its maw hanging open with those thorny rows of teeth still on display. Oops. How do I go back? Is there a way to go back? Nope. Kim gets up, brushing himself off with an awkward laugh. Oh, there's an auto, log, and fast forward. What is log? Oh, good. Okay. Then the plant slowly closes its maw and lowers its head, settling down for a well overdue nap. Okay.
Gotcha.
There we go. How curious. Seems like someone tried to splice another plant onto it. But the snapdragon is quite stubborn. It won't accept such intrusion and became aggressive instead. I'm glad we could solve this. I thought this was supposed to be the professor's personal project. That's right. I'm the only spirit mage enrolled at the academy at the moment, so I'm the only one who's allowed to help with projects like this. I'd just like to state for the record that I'm not the biggest fan of Hyben's pet plant. That was a teensy bit too close for my liking. I know what you mean. Sorry, Professor Hyben might be a little eccentric, but he's one of the best teachers on campus, and he cares for us students greatly. I knew spirit mages were rare, but I didn't realize you were the only one here. It's the reason why the professor assigned me these projects. There's only so much work one man can do, and his powers are, well, he's not getting any younger. Do you actually enjoy taking care of Professor Hyben's projects? Oh, I don't mind it.
Why me?
Well, the snapdragon I could probably do without.
Actually,
Speaking of your professor, I might have a lead on how to get us into the restricted section. One of the prefects, Hannah, is having trouble passing one of Hyben's classes. If we can find a way to help, we might be able to convince her to let us use her key.
Come to think of it...
Oh, that's a good idea. The professor tests are really strange. Rather than looking into the individual skills in the subject, he likes to factor in growth. Like, he wants to see that you can grow as a person. Since she's a prefect, I imagine she's a rank A student. They tend to stick very closely to the curriculum, don't they? If Hyben is telling her to be creative, he's probably asking her to search for an angle outside the topics he usually teaches.
I see.
So that's why she hasn't had any luck with her usual methods.
I see.
Yeah, if she's been focusing on just the curriculum, then she might find the results frustrating. But this might turn out in our favor. Every year, new plants are discovered that are deemed unfit to be taught about here in school. I believe there's an entire subsection of the restricted section just dedicated to such discoveries. I think Hyben has had 4 different papers rejected and moved to the restricted section just in the time I've been his student. He's always distraught about it. One time, he stopped singing for a month. If she gets her hands on one of those papers and uses it as a base for her essay, I think the professor would find that very daring. It'll be a tough sell. Hannah doesn't seem like the most daring individual. All the more reason to think this might work.
I'll be off then.
Right. I'll stay here and clean up this mess. Okay.
I'm still quite impressed by how quickly I managed to corrupt you, Kim.
What are you talking about?
A mere 24 hours was all it took to turn you into a total delinquent. Maybe I should follow my cousin into politics.
This is just a one-time thing. After we've helped Ragnar get his treasure, I'll be back to keeping my head down until graduation.
Ah, what a waste of talent.
Okay. Let's go back to Hannah. Maybe if I decorate the pages with flowers? No, that's just childish, and it's not like I can even draw. Oh, Pow, did you need something else? How do you decide to handle this? Will affect the story going forward.
About that.
I think I might have a solution for your paper struggles.
I don't understand.
What are you talking about? You explained what Kim told you about Professor Hyben and the papers stored in the restricted section. So Kim thinks if I wrote about one of these flowers, it would impress the professor?
Yes.
I'm confident. Kim's probably the best nature mage in our years, so it's top-notch intel. That's all well and good, but I would still have to go into the restricted section to get these papers, right? And given what we talked about before, you'd want to go with me, correct?
This is it.
I wouldn't suggest this if it weren't important to me. You won't have to do anything. I'm willing to take the risk for both of us. I see. I appreciate your honesty, but I still don't understand why.
Why?
What in the world do you want from the restricted section?
So,
I promise I'm not looking for some kind of forbidden magic. I'm looking for a diary. It was written by a person who was dear to a friend of mine who's looking for answers. Sorry I can't tell you more, but this is the truth. You do realize you'd have to get down into the library after opening hours, right? I'm a prefect, so I can roam the halls as I please, but you'd be in serious trouble if one of the professors caught you after curfew. Oh. Okay, I think we're back. Welcome back from capitalism. Hopefully it was not too terrible. Okay. So Hannah just told us we'd have to get to the library after hours. You don't have to worry about me. I have my own way of getting down here unnoticed. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence. Hannah grows silent, staring at the heavy book on the desk. Maybe it's because I am tired. I'm behind on pretty much everything due to this one assignment. Can I really keep going like this? Okay. So you have an answer for me then? I do. I'll lend you my key and you'll bring me something to write about. However, if anything goes wrong, I know nothing about any of this, okay? She stands and packs up her things, leaving behind a silver key on the desk. You can count on me, I promise. Don't know what you're talking about, but that's good to know. See you later, pal. Tiny claws scramble up your back. Would you look at that? Not my preferred method, but it seems like honesty can occasionally be helpful. Nice work, Chief. Restricted section, here we come.
Sheesh, Kim, what happened to your hand?
Oh, this? One of my classmates accidentally messed up the recipe for the puffer blooms fertilizer. Don't worry, I've already been to the mentor's ward. They said the rash will be gone by tomorrow.
How does one accidentally mess up someone else's homework?
Yep. Okay, let's take a look. All right, anybody anywhere else? Well, let's go to the workshop real quick.
What are you doing here, cousin?
What? I'm not allowed to visit?
You never come near me unless your handler has explicitly told you to keep an eye on me. Oh, tell my dear aunt I'm doing fine.
You have no idea what kind of trouble you are causing for our people back home. We are supposed to be keeping a low profile, but this monstrosity you're building, this is not what a low profile looks like.
And I suppose you're doing much better. Taking your petty frustrations out on any unfortunate classmate who gets in your way. Go back to class, Julian. Give my regards to the family.
Julian leaves. Once he's out of earshot, you step inside.
You? I didn't take you for a snoop.
About that.
What was all that about?
Ugh.
Just a really annoying, never-ending family dispute.
Actually,
As you could hear from my dear cousin, my family would much prefer it if I had picked a more subtle graduation project, as they never tire of reminding me.
What do you mean?
Why would you need to be subtle? Isn't it better for your family if your final project is impressive? They're afraid my exploits are going to steal the thunder of my other dear cousin, that Blughead's older sister. She's being considered for the local Paragon seat, but she can't very well be elected if her mage family outperforms her.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by outperform? Well, the Paragon of the South is chosen by their predecessor. It is a year-long event of peacocks parading their feathers in front of the judge, and the competition is stiff. The winner has to be someone who's done something remarkable for the capital, and it's a lot more difficult to appear remarkable if your sibling and cousin are running around doing impressive things. And so Julian and I have been instructed to keep our heads down.
That's awful.
I can't believe they'd ask that of their own children. How awful. Yeah, let's just say we're not the type of family that sends each other greeting cards on the holidays.
toads.
Look, I respect and love Julian's sister dearly. She'd be a great paragon. But this whole thing where the family is to jump and give way so she can stand tallest, I'm not having it.
Really?
You and Julian really are family, then? It's hard to imagine. You're so different. And thank the Paragons for that. Believe it or not, he never used to be this much of a pain. However, since that friend of his was declared a dropout, he's been pretty short-tempered.
I have some questions.
Heard you mention this before. Do you know what happened with Julian's friend? I don't know much, more than anyone else. His grade dropped too low, I guess, and then he was picked up by the demon hunters. All dropouts go to the productivity facility, and they usually stop all contact with the people they knew. It's the biggest shame that can befall a mage, after all. I bet they're like doing slave labor or being ground up for parts or something. For a noble, it can be devastating for the whole family.
So...
Was Julian's friend also from a rich family? Not that I know of. Julian's whole thing about only sticking with people of influence started after that guy was taken away.
I don't get it.
No one gets grades that bad without something going wrong for a long time. Did Julian really know nothing about it? His friend probably kept it secret out of shame. It's pretty normal for people here to not be upfront about their grade. Okay, considering your grade is like tattooed on the inside of your wrist, I don't know how they're keeping it secret, but... Oh, yeah, okay. Long sleeves have been in fashion ever since they decided to print it on our wrists, after all. Well, there we go.
Actually...
I wanted to talk about what happened with Ragnar before. Should have guessed. I really don't think it's such a big deal.
Really?
Is that how you always talk to potential business partners?
Actually...
Only the ones I don't trust, which is most of them. Listen, I know we're pretty sheltered here at school, but outside in the real world, people are not going to think twice about fleecing you for everything you own. You gotta be careful who you trust.
Okay.
That sounds reasonable enough. It's prudent to be cautious. I'm glad you see my point.
Well...
I enjoy this thing we've got going. You, Kim, and I are a good team. But let's be real, we'd never spend time together if not for Ragnar's deal. Once we've upheld our end of the bargain, things will return to how they were before.
No.
That's a lot of hot air, Pook. Relationships are not some kind of business transaction.
Toads.
They are to me. Not gonna knock you down for being naive. You'll learn soon enough.
Bye for now.
Anyway, don't you have a key to steal? Oh, we already got
A
it.
human who wishes to fly? Well, that's absurd.
Excuse me?
Flying is for the birds and the dragons. Everyone knows that.
Ragnar, you do remember you can't fly either, right?
That's just a matter of time. I'm sure I'll grow in my wings soon.
If you say so.
Okay.
Come to think of it,
If we cleaned up a little in here, this could actually be a really nice space. We could even take some of the furniture from the storage room and move it here. We'd have to throw out some of this junk, though.
You.
Keep your paws off my collection.
I have some questions.
Where did you get all of this? It's quite an odd mix of stuff. I'm a dragon, so I've been collecting it, obviously. I'll have you know, I've been curating and adding to this collection of fine artifacts for years and years and...
what?
Isn't this ladle from the kitchen? Mrs. Honing was running around looking for this the other day. And are those potions from the Mender Ward? People need those, Ragnar. Well, then they shouldn't just leave them lying around.
Happy to help.
We should return these to their rightful owners. I agree. I don't. Ragnar, someone might need these. Well, I don't care. These things are mine now. But it isn't right, and I think you know that. These things belong with the people they really mean something to. You know, if you tried being a little kind, perhaps someone would do something nice for you one day. Where did you learn all this mushy nonsense? Some kind of pushover school? I had a really good teacher. So, you'll let us return these? Whatever. It's not worth the hassle if you're going to make such a fuss over it. Ragnar leaves. I think he has a good heart, even as being a bit of a brat. He just needs someone to nudge him in the right direction. Who knows how long he's been down here alone? He's probably just not that used to interacting with humans. That's something he and I have in common, then. If I clean up in here, could you perhaps try and find the owners of some of these things? I'd do it myself, but I think people might suspect I was the one who took them if I started returning things.
I have to help.
I'll get it done, don't you worry. That's a relief. Thank you, Tao. Oh, good, so we can use Nina's articles. You pick up a handful of treasure. Mrs. Honing's lucky ladle, pair of sharp scissors with a flower pattern embellishing the handles, an ornate pendant with a stone that sparkles like tinker magic, and finally a silver pocket watch with a duck motif. You should return these when you get the chance. You should return them quickly, or you will get accused of stealing them. Okay. Greenhouse, dorm. Okay, dorm. Oh, the pocket watch is probably Hannah's. You're on your way back to the dorms to find Soren when a familiar voice suddenly rings out from, well, everywhere.
Testing. I think we're live.
Oh, wow. Students in the hallway pause to stare in puzzlement at the sound that seems to be coming from the lamps. The glow from the magic crystal-powered lights pulses in time with the voice.
Good afternoon, Seven Winds Academy. It's 2:30 on this rainy Thursday, and the weather's really matching that midterm's gloom, so how about we shake it up with an old favorite of mine, 10 Days to Catch the Starlight by I Hate Everything.
Music starts playing, and the chatter around you intensifies.
Huh?
This is just like the radio broadcasts in Mordrasa.
What?
What's going on? Are the lamps playing music?
Seriously?
Did he get permission for this?
Contrary to popular belief, the group I Hate Everything does not, in fact, hate everything. This was revealed in an interview with the Mordrasa Times, where the lead singer admitted to a fondness for Ellen Hammer chocolate turtles. I tend to agree, but what? It's not supposed to go like that. Bullshit.
There's a crash on the line, and for a second, all the lamps in the hallway flicker out. I hope this isn't permanent. When the lights come back on, the only sound is the chatter of students. Sounds like Soren is in the workshop. You turn around and head that way instead. I wanted to be in the dorms. Okay. You step inside and find the air filled with weird purple smoke. From within the drifting clouds, voices ring out.
Using the school's piping system as a means of distributing energy from the mother stone for transmitting sound is a clever idea, but impractical in real life. You'd have to have pipes crisscrossing across the continent to get the reach you want, not to mention how your choice of conducting material is clearly, unstable.
Right. Thank you for the feedback, Professor Hoffland.
Ooh, it's Anne. Anne is from the first game.
If the Paragon asks, then you have detention for 2 weeks for disturbing all your fellow students with this prank. We have talked at great length about the responsibilities of a safe study environment and the dangers of glorifying degenerative culture.
Yep. Loud music bad.
And, the smoke? Gone before dinner, yes?
Of course.
Very well, I'll mark this folding session as complete then.
That's amazing.
Have fun with the cleanup.
Oh, God, now how to get rid of this smoke? Oh, hey! A bit difficult to see anything in here at the moment. Did you catch my show? How's this sound?
Music was great. Came through loud and clear. The other students seemed to enjoy it as well.
I'm glad.
This
This
mess
mess was worth something, at least. I've tried every method I can think of, but I just can't make this work the way I want it to. I feel like I'm really close to having a breakthrough, but then it goes up in smoke like this.
I'm not sure if it's going to fix your slump, but I found this. You You take Soren's watch from your pocket and hand it to him. His frown dissolves into a huge grin.
You found it! I can't believe it. I thought this thing was gone for good. I thought... thanks. I was kicking myself for losing this. Does Nina know you found it? That I lost it, I mean?
Don't worry, she won't hear anything about this from me, although she would probably think you were sweet for being so caught up about it.
She would? Huh. Well, thanks for keeping my secret anyway. With that back in its rightful place, now I can finally get back to not breaking my prototypes again.
Just how far have you gotten with this radio of yours?
7 years of hard work is culminating in the same issue that started my research. I can't make the broadcast reach far enough. I've perfected the sound quality, but what's the use of that if it can only reach the people in the big cities? We might as well just go to the concerts in person. Transmitting the signal through wires was a fine idea, but as Hoffman said, impractical. How the heck would I even get a wire all the way to Sharuna through the demon-infested tongue rock? Guess it's back to the drawing board.
So how exactly did you make the lamp stock?
Oh, it wasn't that hard, honestly. The whole school is connected through a network of pipes to the mother stone in the basement. You know, that big old magic crystal that's powering all our stuff. I just tapped into that network for a second. But since the Seven Winds is the only place on the continent with this kind of unlimited power source at our disposal, it's not really a viable solution for my problem.
Have you been practicing those radio hosting skills? You jumped right into character as soon as you were live.
Hey, some like to sing in the shower. I like to pretend I'm a radio host. My sister sent me a bunch of recordings from the most popular shows running in Mordressa right now. I want to be prepared once I get this thing working.
Gotta go. You also have a workshop to clean.
Yeah, thanks. I think I'll be here a while. Oh, and thank you. Really, it's so good to have my watch back. And you know what? After talking it over, I think I might have another idea that could work. I'll try it out. Well, after I'm done cleaning. See you around.
Okay. Let's go to the dining hall. Return the ladle. Oh, there's a cat. How do I go and click on it? There's a cat.
It's not with the knives. It's not with the forks. It's not with the spoons. Oh, I just don't understand it. I'm gonna have to get someone to use magic to find it for me. That'll probably cost me a gatto and a half.
You step to the kitchen door to find every surface cooker covered in cooking utensils. All shapes and sizes. Mrs. Honing stands in the midst of them looking distraught. There's a cat behind me. How do I click on it? No need to despair, Mrs. Honing. I am here.
Oh, yes, I can see that. Well, it's nice of you to stop by. But we won't be serving dinner for a few hours yet. Or at all, maybe. Did you miss lunch again?
I am a bit peckish, but that's not actually why I'm here.
Oh, you have to take better care of yourself. All right, hurry up then. I've got a mountain of potatoes to peel once I've tidied up this mess.
It's okay, Mrs. Honing. I won't keep you long. I just wanted to hand this back to you.
Oh, you clever thing. My ladle! My lucky ladle! I've spent every spare minute today searching for it. Oh, where did you find it?
I think one of the tinkers must have got it mixed up with their other tools.
Mm-hmm. That workshop is even messier than this kitchen right now. What a strange disappearance. I was almost starting to believe in that Nissa. Oh, but it's here now, and I'm ever so grateful to you.
Why does that ladle mean so much to you?
You think I'm a little strange to obsess over one big spoon in a kitchen full of spoons.
Still, but
I don't blame you. It was a gift, you see, from the old head cook who took me on when I was just a girl. Oh, she gave it to me when she left, and I took over the running of this place. So, 40 years ago, give or take. It wasn't just a gift, though. It's also the best ladle I ever used. It even makes my dishes taste better, if you can believe that. There's no way I could replace it. As someone who can't use magic, I have to treasure a secret ingredient like that. Don't you think?
you can't use magic. I thought you were a mage, too.
No. Although, goodness knows I wished I was when I was small. I loved magic growing up. It broke my heart when I realized I was never going to have any magical ability. My grandmother saw my sadness and came to me with an idea. Why not work as close to magic as possible by getting a job here? She knew one of the professors who helped me find a role in the kitchen, and here we are. It all worked out when I realized cooking is its own kind of magic, especially baking. How else can we explain the perfect fluffiness of a cream cake?
She's got a point. Can't rule out Nissy involvement, can we?
Not if you listen to that Professor Hyben. Although sometimes I do think he takes open-mindedness a bit too far. Beautiful singing voice, though.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
But no, I'm gonna put this one down to anxious students acting out. I'll just have to find a more secure place to keep it.
Okay, I'll see you at dinner time.
Hold on. Don't rush off just yet.
Okay, where's that cat? The head cook dashes off to the cold cupboard and returns with the most delicious-looking cream cake you've ever seen.
There you are, my dear. A fair reward for your help. Just don't show it to anyone else. You know you're only supposed to eat sweets on the weekend. All right, now out you go. I've got a ladle to wield and a few hundred dinners to prepare.
Ugh, that cat. All right, greenhouse for the last returned item. As you step into the fragrant warmth of the greenhouse, you hear a soft melody floating out from the foliage at the back of the room. Following the sound, you push aside a mass of fern fronds to find Professor Hyben kneeling beside an overgrown flower bed. His back to you, he's singing so gently you can only just make out the words.
And when those raindrops find the earth, how happy you will be. For they give you the strength you need to bloom so prettily. Your petals are...
You can't resist listening a little longer.
And your leaves glow from within, while beneath the soil your roots they spread, welcoming the spring.
He is terrible. You lean over to see if the plants by his feet are swaying with the music. As you move, your elbow bumps into a rake that was leaning against the wall, sending it clattering to the ground. At the sudden sound, Professor Hyben breaks off from his singing and turns to face you.
Oh, if I'd known I had an audience, I would have sung a little louder. How can I help you on this fine day?
I'm not sure, but I think I found something that belongs to you. See what you think. You produced a pair of carefully engraved scissors and hand them over.
Why, those are my herb scissors. These are the reason I was singing to the plants. Without my enchanted herb scissors, there's a bigger risk of damaging the plants when I harvest them. I wanted to imbue the poor herbs with some extra resilience and cheerfulness to get them through a traumatic harvest. But now, thanks to you, they'll barely notice a thing. Did you know the enchantment in these scissors also makes the harvested herbs stay fresh for longer? It is quite the fascinating mix of nature and tinker ingenuity.
Huh, that is actually quite interesting. Smart scissors.
Smart indeed, and extremely useful. The Academy really would be in trouble without these. So, thank you.
Why would the Academy be in trouble?
Most of the herbs I harvest go straight into the Mender Ward. They need a steady supply of fresh ingredients for all kinds of medicines and treatments. Magic can do a lot of healing by itself in the right hands, but some ailments still require some good old-fashioned alchemy. These are the only fresh herbs for miles around. If we relied on horse-drawn carriages to bring them to the Academy, they would be dry and wilted long before they ever got here. And they'd probably be harvested from far less happy plants, too.
How did you even get a hold of such fancy scissors?
In the very distant past, while I was still writing my professor's thesis, I had the opportunity to travel widely throughout the Empire in search of new knowledge. While journeying in Yorsasulum, I met some outlanders, or Yoma as they call themselves, who were also keen gardeners. Somehow they managed to grow medicinal plants in very difficult conditions using various magically powered tools. I learned a lot from them. And they were kind enough to give me these scissors when it was time for me to move on. Oh, how I would like to visit them again someday.
How does an enchantment like that actually work?
I couldn't say. The Outlanders use magic that is quite different from that practiced here at the Academy. They are all born with magic after all, and therefore I have no need for external power sources like magic crystals. The only reason the Paragon still allows me to use them is due to their indisputable usefulness. Hence why I'm quite relieved to have them back in my possession. There is much we can learn from the world outside the Academy. It's easy to forget once you've spent a lifetime within these walls. But nature, now, that's the true treasure trove of inspiration.
That does sound wonderful. I'm looking forward to getting out there and experiencing it myself.
I hope you will, young Sprout. I hope you will.
This was educational, but I should get going. Happy harvesting.
Oh, wait a moment, please. The Mender Ward has been waiting on my delivery for several days. If you'll be so kind as to wait while I collect what's needed.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll ask you to make the delivery on my behalf. I have a lesson to teach, and I don't want to let my students down by being late.
You watch the professor deftly clip away at the herbs, placing them carefully in a box. When he's done, he hands the box to you.
It shouldn't take you long, and the ward staff will be very grateful. Now, I must warm up my voice for a lecture on harmony roses.
Well, okay then. We're supposed to go to the infirmary. Ooh, and that's where the dude I like is. Ooh, and the cat. The Mender Ward is quiet when you arrive. No staff are around to take the box from you, so you instead head for an empty desk, intending to just leave it, when suddenly someone taps you on the shoulder. You turn around and come face to face with a troll. Troll. Can I help you?
What's with that toad? I've been waiting an hour for you to fix this curse. I'll be talking to the professor about this.
By her outfit, you recognize her as one of the illusionist students who was there when Catherine was giving Hannah a hard time. But you're pretty sure you would have remembered her face being blue back then. What happened to your face?
That's none of your damned business. Who do you think you are? Waltzing in here and refusing to help. And now insulting me too? Wait until the professor hears about this.
There you are.
A tall form appears at your side and you almost drop the box in surprise.
Didn't expect to run into you again so soon, little mouse. Are those the herbs I asked Professor Hyden for? Excellent. Thank you for bringing them here.
I'm glad I could help.
Some help you were.
The patient scoffs.
Elliot, this stupid...
Rikitse. I'm glad to see you are still in high spirits. I apologize for the wait. I had to pull a few strings to get you the best help possible.
Elias steps closer to the angry girl, and the ire in her seems to soften. A faint blush visible even though the blue of her cheeks.
You've been so patient. It is most admirable, so please, go and rest for a moment. I'll be sure to mix you a very special potion to make you feel better.
Okay.
She all but floats off, her face flushing purple, completely ignoring you. Wait, how did you do that? I thought she was about to punch me.
People tend not to be in the best of moods when suffering from a bright blue face. Let's just say I've had my fair share of practice in diffusing situations like this. Thank you for bringing the herbs, though. With midterms coming up, we're getting an influx of students who have been poisoned by all sorts of weird potions and curses. A couple of us senior students have been called in to lend a hand.
What do the midterms have to do with people getting cursed?
Well, all of them are getting the brilliant idea that taking performance-enhancing potions and whatnot is something no one else has ever thought of, and therefore can't possibly go wrong. Luckily, most of them are just drinking very expensive tea, but some end up with a blue face.
Who else is here helping out?
Julian and I are sharing the shift today. He's in the back, helping a young illusionist student who mistook a jar of magic paint for their coffee mug. Fun times.
How are students getting their hands on such dangerous potions?
I hope you are not getting any ideas.
You really think I'd risk that after seeing the condition of your patient?
Well, one never knows. Perhaps you are the adventurous type. There seems to be quite a few of those within this school and beyond. Would you believe me if I told you their parents send such things to them?
No way. They're helping their kids cheat?
I'm afraid so. Some of these kids are just under extreme pressure from the folks at home to perform. So, I try not to judge, even if they are being stupid.
Wait, really? Why didn't I hear about this?
Tornquist approached us individually. Perhaps she thought it would be better for you to focus on your studies.
And that is one underhanded way of telling me my grades are not good enough.
Oh, don't worry. I don't think that's the intention behind it. Tornquist knows I have no ambitions of getting a perfect grade, so she knows I don't mind spending time helping out. It can be quite intense, but she is trying to help us get the results we want.
So do you always flirt with your patients?
Only the cute ones? Does that make you jealous?
I'm not sure. Would you like me to be?
Why not? You're only human after all.
Oh well, you've got your herbs, so I should be off.
Of course. Stay out of trouble now, little mouse.
Okay, did we actually get... Good, we finally got him. Okay. Now where we are on cats. So we don't have the cafeteria cat or the singing cat. Seat of power and missing collar. Okay. All right. Okay. Have we been everywhere? I think we've been everywhere, so let's go to main mission.
We've got the key to the restricted section in our possession. Ready to go and put it to use?
Sure. Let's go to the library.
Now let's gather our team and put this
Okay, good.
to action.
We're not going alone, because that would be stupid.
I smell gossip. I mean, intel.
Okay, so pressing A. Ow. I don't know how A works, but... Okay, so best is to... Certain style isn't critical to the mission, but can reveal some extra intel. Okay, so that's this style. Okay. Okay, well... How do we... Okay, so we can go like this, then like this, and then like this, and then like that. Okay, because I want that extra information.
Someone's talking over there.
Late night shift again, Julian?
I wouldn't have had to stay this late if someone had cleaned up the potions proper instead of wasting time flirting with the patients.
A smile on a patient's face can do wonders for recovery, you know?
Right. But you're not the one who has to listen to Regitze's love-struck prattling afterwards.
Duly noted. I'll be more careful whom to apply my skills to in the future.
This is where we're going.
Fascinating. Let's save. You stumble out the library. Ragnar's spell once again brought you to their destination without anyone spotting you. Kem sighs in relief.
We made it.
Yeesh, don't sound so surprised. Haven't I already proven to you that my magic is flawless?
Let's just say I've seen flawless magic blow up a few too many times to completely trust it.
You humans have no sense of adventure.
You ready with the key, Pook?
I'm on it. I'll need you to keep a lookout for a moment, though. It's hard to see in the dark, and this door is... ancient. I would like to open them without the sound waking up the whole school.
Don't you worry too much. No one visits the library at this time of night.
The door to the library slowly opens with a creak that echoes off the rows of books.
Hey. Are you in here?
You were saying, Ragnar?
What the heck? What's this prefect
not sure, but don't worry, I'll make her leave somehow.
Well, that just makes me more worried.
Oh, there you are. Listen, I'm sorry, but about this whole key business, I thought about it, and I can't let you go into the restricted section alone like this. It honestly isn't safe for students to go in unsupervised, so just give me back the key, and let's just forget all about this.
What about your paper, though? If I don't go in there, you'll have nothing to write about.
I know, but that's my problem, not yours. I'm a prefect, remember? I am supposed to be the responsible one. Please, give me my key back.
Why give up when we're this close to the goal? We made it all the way here, so we should at least take a look inside.
It's not that simple. Once those doors open...
There's a sudden loud click, and the low, creaking sound of heavy doors opening.
Huh? What in the world?
Hannah pushes past you.
Huh. What happened to opening it quietly?
So, turns out, when hinges get this old, they don't really care much for stealth.
You? What in the Paragon's name are all you people doing here? This wasn't part of our agreement.
So much for your confidence.
The doors swing open to reveal a void of darkness, a portal of sorts. Next to you, Hannah has gone deathly pale.
Step back! Before the library!
Arms made of shadows suddenly reach out from within the darkness and grab you. You're all yanked forward at the door to the restricted section, like the jaws of a giant beast snap shut behind you. Well, here we are. When you open your eyes, you're no longer in the library. Or at least, not the library you know.
This place is way bigger than I imagined. Just how many books have the school banned?
Everyone? The door is gone.
You whip around, and sure enough, there's no door behind you anymore. You're standing at the bottom of a massive tower of books with no clear way out. Let's just all stay calm for now. There's got to be an exit somewhere.
Right. They wouldn't make a room with no way out. Right?
The restricted section was built as a pocket dimension that continuously expands as more dangerous magic is discovered and archived. It's a massive collection. It will take us hours to get out of here.
Wait, really? Where's the exit?
At the top.
Hannah points, and you'll stare into the endless spiral of stairs.
Well, shit.
Better start walking then, twerps. You still have a diary to find, after all.
Who said that? Talking lizard?
Why does everyone say that?
Don't worry, Ragnar's not dangerous.
I prefer to be the judge of that myself, thank you.
He's some kind of magical lizard who's convinced he's a dragon. We're helping him find some information about who or what he is.
And you decided to trust him? Just like that?
He asked nicely, so.
Is it preserve me?
Unauthorized personnel discovered. Please identify yourself.
You all whirl around to find a weird metallic construct looking down at you. So, Hannah, now might be a good time to mention you're a prefect, so the nice construct doesn't get the wrong idea.
I'm What? Oh, that's right. I'm Hannah Lund, prefect of the illusionist class. We're here to look for a book.
Authorizing.
The construct steps closer and scans Hannah's prefect badge. As a tense pauses, the glowing eyes pulse with magical energy, and then it backs off.
Authorization granted. With your current level of authorization, you may browse but not touch the items in this section, under supervision from the librarian. What is it you seek?
Oh, that's a relief.
I mean,
good. Now, what was the book we were looking for again?
I'm not sure it has a title. It's a diary after all, so it might be difficult to find in this mess.
Mess? The Seven Wings Library is the best structured archive on the continent. Everything is sorted and categorized by title, name, date, genre, even what type of paper it is written on.
Someone seems a bit defensive.
Give me any piece of information about the text, and I should find it for you at once.
Very well. The author's name is Ragnvold Ragnarsson, and it must have been entered into your archive 50 or so years ago.
Construct's eyes flash.
Ah, barely a challenge. The journal is stored on the 43rd floor. Follow me.
They begin scaling the stairs. I guess we have no choice but to follow them. Let's try to stay in their good graces.
I wonder what kind of enforcement mechanism they're equipped with. If we fail to stay in those good graces, I mean.
They're just a big bureaucrat construct. Just what kind of enforcement mechanism would you equip them with?
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a fly circling some books, searching for a place to land. Construct's eyes flash, and a beam of light shoots out to hit a passing fly, which explodes in a puff of smoke.
Intruder neutralized. Let's continue.
Never mind that.
Let's try and stay friendly. Yes?
The stairs continue upwards forever. You're all sweating bullets, none of you quite used to this level of physical activity after years of academic study. But the construct continues unperturbed.
I think this is it. Is this really how I die?
Don't be so dramatic. This is nothing.
Oh, I can't feel my legs.
Oh, youth these days. Spend so much time inside, they can't even walk up a set of stairs.
Well, if you're in such good shape, maybe I should just drop you over the edge and have you walk up the stairs yourself. Dragons can fly, yes?
Hey, now, no need to go that far.
You continue on for what seems like hours. The construct is silent, a silent guide leading you upward. I can read.
Do you think it's taking us to the right place? The construct seems a little, dusty.
I'll have you know, I have been operating the restricted section since its inception. I have personally scanned and archived every text in this collection. I am quite capable. Thank you very much.
So you're this place's librarian.
That is correct. It is a most distinguished profession and a great responsibility entrusted to me. Generations of knowledge are kept here in my care, and I do my utmost to preserve and protect every last word.
You're the only one working in here?
I am this section's sole librarian, yes. It is my job to keep this place in order.
This place is huge. How can you keep track of all of it?
I must admit, it's a challenge. This place didn't used to have so many floors. I am a brilliant librarian, however. I will not be deterred by this ever-growing challenge.
What about the faculty? Don't the professors ever come in here to help out?
Well, the professors may come here to browse items pertaining to their own fields of study. But much of what is archived here is also restricted to the only individuals with clearance to read every piece in here are myself and the current paragon of the Academy.
Can you tell me more about the restricted section?
It really is quite the fascinating piece of magic. The library was created by the late Paragon Isith as part of the first wing of the Academy. The restricted section was added later when it was deemed necessary.
The construct pauses. Straight ahead, there's a book that has been placed on top of the shelf. The construct abandons its train of thought and rushes over to grab the book, scanning it before returning it to its correct location.
Pardon me. Where was I? Oh, yes. The library is the continent's biggest and safest collection of precious texts. Every text has its place, and place it I shall.
Puck gives you a meaningful glance before you continue.
And here we are. Personal Journal by Ragnvald Ragnarsson.
Finally! Gimme!
Kim grabs the dragon by the scruff of his neck before he can pounce.
Remember, we're only allowed to look.
What use is that?
Puck drags you back while the two of them argue.
You noticed too, didn't you? How the librarian reacted to the book that was out of place?
Yeah, I did notice. It was like they completely forgot what they were talking about for a moment.
An old tinker construct like that might literally only be able to do one task at a time. If their programming is set to prioritize keeping this place organized, that might be useful to us. I think if you mess up the order of one of the shelves, that'll leave the librarian occupied long enough for us to get out of here.
Are you sure it'll work? What if they catch us?
I'd say there's a good 30 to 70% chance.
What?
Better get shuffling.
You decide not to be too mean to the librarian and just flip a couple of books around.
That's it? You know, you're the one who has to run up those stairs if he comes after us, right?
Satisfied with your work, you sneak back over to the others, who are enjoying a full round of the librarian's systems.
And then will you cross-reference that with the anagram, Elizabeth?
Book gives you a desperate look before sighing in relief.
Oh my, how curious. It seems that, according to your excellent system, those books aren't in the right spot.
The construct's head whirls around and spots the books you messed with. If a robot could have an expression of pure horror, this would be it.
This is wrong. The encyclopedia must be next to... What confessions of a chimney sweep doing next to Tales of a Merry Sparrow's Inn? This...
And now, we slowly back away.
Book starts dragging the group with them as the poor construct starts to melt down over your little prank.
Poor thing. Are they going to be okay?
I doubt this little prank will be enough to break a construct created by Paragon Isith herself, but we may want to get out of here before they discover the culprits.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's go.
You grab the diary and stuff it into a pocket. Wait, what about Hannah's paper? You all rush up the stairs, the top of the tower finally coming into view. when Kim suddenly stops, almost making you crash into his back.
Jeez, kid. We're supposed to be making our grand escape here.
Sorry.
Why are you stopping now? We're almost there.
Right. I know, but look. Yes, these are all nature magic journals. I bet we can find something for
Good.
Hannah to use here.
That's...
You've already made it this far. Might as well take a look.
We don't exactly have an abundance of time, but... just a short peek won't hurt.
Okay, break time. Back after capitalism. Okay, are we back? I think we're back. Welcome back. Over break, I finally got notice from my mom that her dentist called her. She was having some sort of dental emergency. Okay. Let's see what happens with Hannah.
It was botany basics, right? Then I think you should go with something like this.
Kim takes a journal down from the shelf.
This builds upon something already in the curriculum, but with a bit more spice, so to say. It shouldn't look too out of place, but it's definitely original compared to with what other students usually write about.
Hannah takes the journal.
A study of the color changes caused by soil composition of the weeping wildflowers, and the influence this had on pre-cleansing arts, literature, and folk songs. By Professor C. Hyben.
It's kind of hard to imagine Professor Hyben writing something about illegal magic.
Yeah, he might be a little bit weird, but the man is a literal tree hugger.
Okay, but they ban everything.
Even nature magic can be used in chaotic ways.
Just skimming through this, it's clear it was written by a dedicated hand. And the date. Could this have been the thesis the professor wrote to get accepted as a teacher? He must have been devastated to have this marked as forbidden knowledge.
Weeping wildflower. Isn't that the stupid plant he's always singing about? I could imagine him being a fan of you merely mentioning it.
Exactly. Hyben has quite a soft spot for subjects that made it into song. Especially this one.
I just don't understand.
Oh, you want me to go through some of it with you? No, I don't mind at all. Though we probably should do it outside.
Why are you being so helpful? You're taking this class as well, aren't you? This way I'll write the better assignment. Aren't you worried how it'll affect your grade?
What? This is not a competition, Hannah. You were struggling, so I wanted to help. Nothing more to it.
If we students don't look out for each other, then no one else will. It's okay to accept help from others, Hannah.
Ew. You and Kim are still such goody two-shoes.
You say that, Pook, but aren't you here because you decided to help out Ragnar too?
Damn it. This shit's contagious. What?
Nothing. It's just...
Where is the... Yeah, I need to screenshot this because this is clearly a typo. I'll deal with it later, but
I'll take the paper, Kim.
Don't mention it.
Now let's get to that exit before our librarian friend finishes tidying up.
Halt! Stop! Free! You are not allowed to go without supervision! I must follow protocol and scan you!
That doesn't sound good.
Time's up. If you want something granted, and let's get out of here.
I'm sure if we just explain the situation information.
Yeah, no. Time to book it.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, you just go.
You rush up the last flight of stairs, the librarian right on your heels.
Halt! I still haven't scanned you for approval. This is highly irregular behavior.
Don't apologize to the zapping murder machine.
But they're being so polite.
Just jump.
Zapping murder machine. You're all spat back out into the library.
Stupid libraries. And their stupid hard floors.
I can't feel my legs.
We sure that big brute isn't gonna follow us out here?
Oh, the librarian can't leave the restricted section. We should be safe.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
I can't believe I just did that.
Hannah is sitting on the floor, still clutching Hyben's paper with a wide-eyed look on her face.
What? Hey, Rush, what?
She blushes and coughs behind her hand.
Key, please.
You hand it over without any fuss, and Hannah looks visibly relieved.
Thank you.
She then clears her throat.
We will speak of this to no one. Understood?
And then Hannah leaves in a hurry.
My. It looks like the overachiever has a bit of an adventurous spirit.
Maybe we should go talk to her later. Just to clear things up.
You can do whatever you want. But first, diary. Oh, kitty.
Ragnar snatches the book from your hands and immediately starts rifling through it.
Well,
Ragnar pauses, letting his scaly little claws run down a page.
Oh, I see. I can't read it.
The silence stretches on.